What's up, what's up, guys? It's your boy WF, and I'm coming back at you again with a new Madden tip for Madden 20. Now, the reason I like this tip and the reason I really want to show you guys is because I feel like this type of tip, this type of passing offense, will be what the future of what Madden 20 turns into. Because right now, what you're seeing with a whole lot of tip sites, a whole lot of tip YouTubers. They're putting out pretty much these one-shot home run type of plays, and that's cool and all, but that's only really gonna be viable like as a complete offense early on in the year. Once people start getting really good at the game, start actually figuring out what does and doesn't work, and start like genuinely understanding all of that stuff. Those type of offenses, you're not gonna see those type of plays land too much. So right here, I'm giving you an all-inclusive play, which will be able to attack the defense not only now, but it'll be a great play to go, 5 months from now. So the play we're gonna take a look at is in the weak slot flex formation, and the play is the PA boot left play, as you see on your screen. I'm just gonna come out in a cover 3. So this is what the play art looks like. I make a few changes. What I like to do is I like to put my running back, the Y running back, on a streak, and I like to drag my outside left receiver, the X button, and I then motion my running back to the left side of the screen, and this is what the overall setup looks like. Now let me break down exactly what is happening with this play. Let's start with man coverage. Man coverage, you have 3 routes which can beat man coverage. Now, you have the corner route by B, which is probably the most explosive way that you're going to be able to beat man coverage. That's, your big play hitter if you get man coverage, but don't necessarily focus too much on that. You also have, your X receiver on a drag and your tight end on a deep in route. Those are probably more consistent beaters of man coverage because people are starting to catch on to corner routes. So if you're going man coverage, you're going to be looking more towards the X and A receivers. But in general, for zone coverage, here's what's happening. The Y, B, and even the A icons, the receivers, are pushing the defense deep because they're pushing at about 10 yards. And so the defense has to account for that. Now, once they account for that, they have to drop back and cover those things, allowing the X wide receiver to run underneath for the easy, unimpeded, catch. That is pretty much the thesis of what's going on with this play against zone coverage. Now you have a whole bunch of shallow crosses with the X wide receiver and the A tight end. You have high lows with Y and B pushing the defense deep. In X, you have a bunch of high lows as well. With it's just a whole bunch of high lows, vertical high lows as well as you have horizontal schemes pushing the defense that way. So in general, that's what's going on. So that's enough time of explaining. It's about 3 minutes. I know you guys want to see some gameplay. So again, we have cover 3. I'm just going to snap the ball, and I'm going to take a sack and go through exactly what's going on. Pretty much what I just said. So while I'm doing this, I will break down exactly what your read process is going to be when you run this. At all times. This is what your reads are at all times, man or zone. Your first read is going to be the Y running back. Now, what you're looking for him, he isn't like a main read, he's a hot read. What you're looking for is they have to stop him vertically. If they don't stop him vertically, you will take him every single time. Like a whole bunch of blitzes have guys blitzing from the linebackers positions right here, and they just leave this gap unimpeded for the running back, and if it's unimpeded, take that throw every single time. But as you see, it's impeded right here. That he's stopping him vertically, but in doing so, he's accounting for the vertical threat, pushing the defense deep. He's being pushed deep as well, allowing the X under route to be an easy completion. That's pretty much what's going on with the cover 3, as well as if he keeps dropping back to account for the seam, you have the other crosser as well. So no matter who's being usered in the cover 3, if this guy is being usered or this guy is being usered, there's still options to attack for it. So your first read is going to be this player. Your second read is going to be the drag, like I mentioned earlier. But at the same time, as you see, you'll be able to see the seam route by the Y, you'll be able to see the drag, and your third read is the corner route. And I will get into the corner route when we talk about cover 2, because the corner route is pretty much, it's going to wreck cover 2. So here's your third read, and this is why, everyone's all together. You'll be able to see everything happening at the same time. Your next read will be the A tight end. If for whatever reason everything's covered, in the cover 3, A will be the one that's going to be open. But for whatever reason, if everything is shut down, you go right back late to this X drag route. So we're in cover 3. As you see, we're in cover 3. I'm just gonna throw the drag so you can see exactly how everything's gonna work with that drag. Pretty much as soon as you see you have that window available to you, go ahead and take it. Now let's count how many yards that was on that very easy throw. That very simple throw. Let's count the yards. The ball's at the 30. The catch happened at 3 to 4 yards. Turn up the field. He gets contact at 7 yards. Contact happens at 7 yards. So no matter what, you're going to get about 5 to 7 yards. That sounds like good work to me, guys. That's good business, good work to me. And if you have a strong receiver like Sanu, he can fight forward and get the easy first down off the easy pitching catch. So with cover 3, like I mentioned before, if they don't count for Y up the seam, you'll be able to dot him real quick and easy. The drag, we've already seen what happens with the drag. Now let me see if I can hold on to the pocket and have enough protection to throw A. Because A is obviously deeper, and you'll be able to see pretty much how the defense reacts to that as well. We're getting about 9 to 10 yards with that as well. I've mentioned with this that, again, he's pretty much one of your last reads. Read number 1, read number 2, read number 3, read number 4. The reason why he would be open is, let's say this guy is the user covered defender. He has to account for the seam. And let's say he sees the seam. Okay, he's covered the seam. He's covered it enough. And then he sees this drag route underneath. And then he just shoots for the drag. And he covers the drag. That's going to leave him out of position for this in route right here. Let's say this guy is user controlled. He already knows on the left side that the seam is going to be blocked off by the other linebacker. And let's say he sees the drag underneath, and then he shoots to cover the drag. That's going to leave him out of position for this throw as well. So cover 3, there's a lot of things to cover for cover 3. Let's hop into a Tampa 2 defense. The reads are the exact same. The reads will never change, whether it's zone, man coverage, it doesn't matter. The reads are the same. The setup is the exact same. I'm going to snap the ball, going to take a sack, and then we're going to go through the replay, and then as I explain the replay, we're going to throw a few balls. All right. Let's hit the replay, guys. Tampa 2, first read. Again, your running back up the seam. If he's not impeded, you'll be able to quick throw this for a quick dot. Now this could be a little iffy. Now, depending on who's being user controlled, if this guy is put into a deep blue in the middle of the field, it just depends. It just all depends on what you feel comfortable throwing. Get in the lab, figure it out for yourself. Play games, figure it out for yourself, guys. But you'll have the opportunity to throw this ball right here. But again, all these routes are pushing the defense deep, allowing your second read to come underneath unimpeded for the easy catch. But let's take a look at that third read. Well, before I mention that, you always take the yardage. Never hold on to the ball with this play. Never hold on to the ball expecting the deeper corner. Never. Always get the ball out. This play is about ball control and keeping the chains moving. This isn't a big shot, big play hitter play. It can be, but you want the ball out of your hands. Don't play around. Don't take useless sacks that you don't need. So if this drag is here, take this drag. This is the most consistent route you will see on this play. Play in and play out. Take your drag if it's there. So now that that's established, that drag is there, let's take a look at our corner. Against cover 2, Tampa 2, you can pass lead this up the field into this area right here for the catch. Because cloud flats aren't going to play it, and plus he's already even. If he's even, he's leaving. The old cliche saying, if he's even, he's leaving. You can take this up the field for the catch it around this corner right here. Again, and we still have the crosser, the late crosser by the tight end, if whatever you feel stuck with, and if it's a Tampa 2, you still have this late throw to the backside flats if you are in trouble. So let's get into Tampa 2 again, as you can see. And we're going to go through all the throws. The first throw is going to be the Y button. Again, it just depends on how you feel comfortable with throwing it. I'm just going to purposely say I'm going to throw it this play. So let's hop into the replay and look at that, because I want to expand on that a little bit more. So if you feel comfortable throwing this, you can throw it, but the reason why it's so important that you have this check into your offense is because this is a free 10 yards. It's a 10 yards that you don't really have to work at all for. The defense just gave up 10 yards to you because it didn't account for this guy. Now once they give this up, they're going to start thinking harder about, okay, I need to make sure I handle this guy right here. And if I do, that opens up your drag even more over the middle of the field. But this is just a route that really keeps them honest. So if it's there, you have to throw it. But guess what? Like I said before, it's up to you to determine what there is. It just is up to you. It's a personal thing. But just know this is a viable throw for you. And that's why it is the first read for this. Tampa 2, we're going to throw... okay, we're in Tampa 2. We're going to throw the drag this time. Just so you guys see it works. Got the drag. Got about 9 yards. Pretty much the same as last time against cover 3. We're going to hop into Tampa 2 again. We're going to throw the corner. Bam. And come on, guys. I don't know why that happened. I don't know why that happens, but obviously you can see he got open. If he's even, he's leaving. And you'll be able to read Tampa 2 when you look at this cluster right here by looking at the running back up the seam, looking at the drag. You'll be able to see that this corner squats. If you see he squats, and you see he's even, he's leaving, go ahead and throw this ball. But this should have been a very clean possession catch, but EA Sports, it's in the game. They EA'd me, but you know, it bounced on his back, but he eventually turns around and catches it. But his foot was out of bounds. But obviously you can see it works. Even better, if they go against cover 2, but they have hard flats, obviously the corner route's going to get open again. But you know, just for theatrics and for the video, I'm gonna show it. Easy pitch and catch. So I've shown all of that. I'm not gonna bother showing you guys the backside drag for the late flat throw, because that will be your last read. But if you did what you're supposed to do, and you made your reads on time, you should never have to go to that backside flat throw. You should never have to. But it's there in case you're in that predicament. So hopefully you guys can take this play, add it to your schemes. Hopefully it improves your guys' game. These are the types of plays that will be the future of Madden 20, guys. It's not going to be a Madden 19 year all over again. People are kind of playing offense kind of like Madden 19. As far as the passing game, that won't last for too much longer. It's going to last for maybe like another month or two until people really start clamping down on defense and figuring out what they need to do on defense. So this is the type of play that you're going to need to move towards. Plays that do have big play potential, but it isn't the one-shot kill play. A thing to remember, always get the ball out your hands when you get your read. So if the seam's open first, take your seam. If the drag's open, take your drag. Don't necessarily hold on to the ball expecting that corner route to come open in cover two. Even if you know it's cover two, take the routes that you know are going to get you yardage. Because the last thing you need is to take a sack and you get down in distance, and now you're in like a second and long or third and super long. You don't need that, guys. So here's the play for the day. If you like this play, go ahead and thumbs up the video for your boy. If you really like the video and want to support, go ahead and subscribe to your boy. I try to keep it as good as I possibly can with content, get you guys new things as soon as I possibly can, as soon as I discover these things. And I just want you guys to get better at Madden along with me. So it's your boy WF. I'm out.